God damn, this outfit tight as a can of biscuits. It was actually one of my backup outfits for the show last Saturday, and I see why the hell I didn't wear the shit. Okay, I'll be right with you guys after. You know how we do. The intro show is finna go down, and the intro song is finna go down. Welcome to the 100th episode of season 7 of my web show. Yeah. And I'll address you momentarily, but right now you need to feel it. It is so much fun. Hold on. How you doing? Radio was my influence. Like an arrow from Cupid. Keep it, do it. The audience goes grab them, loop it. Dancing and partying, the show begins, and I grab my friend. We ride to see you in Charlotte. The doors open, I say you win. Feel it. Say it like you mean it. Feel it. Say it like you mean it. Feel it. Talking with the cup, she shows so much love. Say it like you mean it. Feel it. Wendy, I need y'all help. In the comments. Say, bro. And I feel like I know my mouth. Say how you doing. Say how you doing. Let's go. And I feel like I know my mouth. Yes. And you feel like I know my mouth. And I feel like I know my body. Wendy. Will you know? That's what it was for. Ow. Yes. Woo. Yes. Oh. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Because she has nothing else going on.
This ain't faith.
This ain't faith. You ain't no disrespect me in my house. This ain't dangerous. This ain't faith. You ain't dangerous. This ain't dangerous. This ain't faith. You 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 ain't dangerous.
It is faith. Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes, bitch. I am getting overwhelmed, baby. I look. Let me tell you something. I don't know why I was nervous to come see my girls that I see every day. But bitch, after this past weekend, I love y'all on a whole nother level, bitch. On a whole nother level, bitch. Whoa. We did it! We did it, bitch. Woo. First and foremost, let's introduce myself in the fucking show. What's poppin'? My name is Boots Guy. Darling, the incarnation that you're looking at right now is Boots Tarot, the hip-hop oracle, intuitive reader extraordinaire. I feel the energy of people, places, and things, and based on that energy, I can accurately foreshadow the future. Yes, I am a celebrity tarot card reader, but Monday through Friday, I try to go live at least once a day to render the good gift that God has given me unto you absolutely motherfucking 100% free. What the gods gave me. Now look, it's by the luck of the draw on the show in the comment section, correct? But if you want to make sure that finish her, you want to go to www.bootztarot.com. That's BOOTZTAROT.com. Look in the tip jar and everything in that page is available to you unlimitedly. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so if you ever have like just a quick question you want to get answered, you can definitely check that out. I do have availability for March the 8th, I believe. The last time I checked, I did, but I haven't checked since 2 damn days ago. But the last time I checked, I still had availability for you to pre-book your appointments. But what's going to happen in the month of March is vastly next day appointments. So instead of pre-booking, we're going to run the system a little bit differently, trying to get adjusted and make it more convenient for not only you guys, but myself with some bigger things that is going on in my livelihood as of right now. And I cannot wait to express them. Okay, so real quick in the tip jar, it got a little upgrade. Based upon the events that took place last weekend, I have opened my punani up to allow my coochie to breathe. Where the fuck is the sound effect?
Woo, that'll do it. You don't have to worry about me. You do not have to worry about me.
I guess my carnation of the sound effect Empress didn't show up to work today. Okay, because that show enough was supposed to be that coochie breathing. That's what that was supposed to be. But yes, after the events this weekend, I've decided to open myself up to public event hosting again. Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know, I've hosted events all through my college career. It took me 6 years to get my master's degree from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, and I paid it off debt-free by hosting parties and events locally in the city. I haven't hosted an event since college, baby, but it's just like, I guess, riding the bike and the training wheels off. Once you know how to do it one time, you can pop up and do it again. I just didn't know I was going to do it at such a new caliber, but I am welcoming any and all of any caliber. If you want to inquire about how much it might cost me to come out there and do something for you, it is free. You can get the inquiry free in the tip jar as of right now, and I would love to host your birthday party, your baptism, or your damn bar mitzvah. I will host the hell out of it. I will host the hell out of it, so check it out. You know, nothing is off limits, especially to my girls who've been shooting with me in the gym. Okay, I told you guys I want to touch you guys and hug you guys more tangibly, and I definitely will do that. Update on the retreat that was going to go on in August. Luckily, I didn't sell no damn tickets yet. Because we're going to do it cookout style in the city of Charlotte, North Carolina again this year. Nothing bad has happened. It is just getting booked out, and I want to continue to make some passive income on the place, and I'm not ready to structure an event of that magnitude yet. I'm not. I'll be honest with you. What I am ready to do is then cook out with y'all bitches. So we're gonna do part 2 of the cookout this year. Same place, North Carolina, in the same park, but a different location. It's going to be, let's just say, closer to the lake this year. It is currently 11/11, and it's the 100th episode of my season 7 show. So let us go to Bootzé, which I call Source in prayer. God of the universe, God of love, God of light, Source, Bootzé. I come to you as humbly as I know how with my beautiful audience that I service on a regular basis, saying thank you so much. Thank you so much. We did it, man. And I say we because I'm nothing more than a reflection of their stories, their secrets, and the belief that they have in myself. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity that I had this past weekend. And thank you for graciously allowing me the time to process it. I'm still in processing, but it's getting easier every single day. And I have you to thank for that. My biggest wish right now is for everybody to taste their dreams coming true. Taste it. I don't care if it's in dream state, God. I don't care if it's in the physical realm where they feel like they're getting closer to their dream. And I also ask that you evoke passion and dreams in the dreamless. Some people don't even have no damn dream. So first give them the damn dream and then let them taste it. Because once they have a little taste, I know you're going to guide them to the path of accomplishing that. Amen. Ashe. So mote people. Okay, other announcements before I tell you how I am doing. I have recently dropped a spell yesterday. If you are on the newsletter and you got mail, you should have got some mail yesterday. Okay, and in that mail, it showed you a spell, and that spell is going to be correlating with the first nationwide store that I will be talking about today. It is the Heal Someone Else spell. Magic is traditionally very selfish. However, you can cast on behalf of other people. I normally don't drop spells to cast on other people unless you're on the dark arts side of my casting page. But that is the Heal Someone Else spell. It will work for your friends and family. I have tried it. I've tested it on 3 of my clients, and it has worked wonders. So we're going to amplify that spell in Coven this weekend after I seal the anointed Bootzé energy that we called forth and demonstrate the spell work that you guys have been doing. Shout out to my Coven who has been casting and working behind the scenes, and I have been reviewing your work. Great job. Great job. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Somebody said, will this help with drug addiction? If the individual who is addicted to drugs feels like it's an ailment, yes. So again, I don't drop nothing lightly. So if you do have somebody that you need to heal, discount codes definitely do apply to that spell today. It is automatically discounted $25 today, but you can use code ERYKAH. That's ERYKAH, and that is your public discount code that you guys stormed on Monday to the point I'm still not done working those readings down, but I am working my ass off behind the scenes as I always am to service the girls in the right way. Now it's the public discount. It's not 50% off anymore, but you can still use that discount for that spell and anything else on that website. Private appointments again. We're going down to a next day, same day appointment schedule going into the month of March. If I do have any pre-booked appointment dates, I will drop them first privately on my newsletter, then for the squad, and then I will drop them for the public. So make sure that you guys are plugged in. Give me plug emojis if you're plugged in, darling, so that you can get the immediacy of when I drop something. Also, speaking about immediacies, things to look forward to. I am having an SMS text messaging service. Upgrade it. Okay, you'll be able to sign up for that the week of next week. So the perfume come out on the 4th. That Friday, you'll be able to subscribe to a text message service where the minute I drop something, it will hit your phone. That SMS service is probably going to be useful for safety purposes too, because I do have a lot of solo trips planned this year. And I want to let y'all know where I'm at and what I'm doing, because I know not everybody give a damn, but I know people do give a damn. And if you do give a damn, let me know. Okay, and I always like to feel connected, even if it's through the metaverse. I like to feel connected, you know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for being people I can connect to. Okay, aside from the robots I bought to be in this live video to make the numbers look good. Okay, Okay. Any other announcements that need to be made? No, I'm working the tip jar down. Thank you guys so much. Do not abuse customer service. I got one girl who just keeps abusing it, and she's been banished and blocked into the nether realm. So make sure you do have a concern, and if this persists, then I'm going to have to charge for customer service. Okay, but as of now, you guys are on one gay court. Everybody pretty much is doing what they're supposed to do with customer service, so I got you guys thanked for that. Make sure you guys know which customer service you're using, though. So again, we have some quantity issues. If you're buying multiple things on Shop Boots, I fixed that. So if you only got one of something that you purchased, now I feel like some people be lying though. Like some of y'all be lying because y'all want an extra candle, and if you do that, the magic's not gonna work. I mean, this is not shopping at Ross. This is not shopping at TJ Maxx. This is not Return to Sender and all this other mess, honey. These are spiritually anointed products. I got this one girl who keeps ordering a pan candle, and when it gets to her, it's not the pan candle, it's something else. That means pan don't want to go to you, girl. These are magically enchanted products. If you've purchased some of my products, go ahead in the comment section and give me a little light review if you don't mind. Classes. What class do y'all want me to teach next? I need to know this because I am uninspired to teach it this time because I am living in a realm that is unfamiliar to me and I'm learning at this time. So, but if you do have anything that you want me to teach, speaking of classes, that drunken class I taught for spiritual activation, great reviews. Great reviews. Great reviews. You did okay. We did okay. We did okay. We did okay. Okay, because I have yet to watch it back fully. I watched most of it when I was on that plane flying back on my layover from Fort Lauderdale onto motherfucking goddamn gay Charlotte, right? So I didn't do too bad. I also listened to that Vultures album that time too. Kanye West. Kanye West. Kanye West. Kanye West. Bitch, this goddamn outfit is hot as hell. Somebody said tapping into our spiritual gifts. Wasn't that just a motherfucking class? I would reprimand you, girl, but you know. Yeah, I might as well.
How dare you! I don't like the mother, I don't like the father, I don't like any of them. Nope, none of them. Fire everybody and escape now. How dare the family? How dare them? Death to all of them.
Woo! That's our girl Wendy. It's all good, Dasha. You know I just be making fun of the girls. If I ain't never cussed you out, then I don't love you, okay? Yeah. Any other announcements that need to be made? The rest of this week I'm taking off. That is because I am still in processing, y'all. I don't even know how I'm performing right now with all the opportunities and tingles and things that me and my team are sifting through currently. It is amazing, and I'm just kind of overwhelmed. So let's get into it. How am I doing? I'm a star. Christine, you can't be new to the squad because squad is on lockdown, bitch. We don't open up squad admissions until my birthday, which is in May. You mean you're new to this gang? Okay, so you're a believer. You're a new believer, but squad is force behind the believers that you can join on my birthday. But let's go back to how I'm doing. Welcome, new baby. Y'all be nice to the new babies, okay? Be nice to the new babies. Be nice to the new babies. I'm a star. I'm great. I am flabbergasted in the best way. I'm not used to being stunned, thrown off my game for things that are positive. I'm used to working out chaotic energy when things throw me off balance. You understand? So right now I am over the moon. I mean, this is not even my timeline. I don't know how to. I don't know how to put it into words. Everything is in alignment. Everything is in alignment. From me creeping all my damn old woes and they're not doing anything in their lives to me making my dreams come true. It makes sense as to why everything went down the way that it went down, even so much as 3 weeks ago when everything was hitting me back to back leading up to this point, and I had the desire to stop antidepressants. I sacrificed that. I mean, the spells make sense. Everything just makes. I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. I'm ambitious. I'm inspired. I am creative. My relationship with Erica Badu is even stronger than it already was. Now, mind you, we already talk every single day, but now we're talking about more in-depth spiritual things. Almost like I aced my rites of passage, so she's embracing me in a different way. The haters make sense. My exes make sense. My money makes sense. I finally feel worthy enough to have what I have. You're witnessing a new Boots, honey. Okay. And I feel worthy of it. I feel worthy of it. Little orphan Brandon feels worthy of greatness. And so I'm just having to take a little time to kind of get to know myself again. I saw a Instagram post that said something like, be patient. You don't know this version of yourself. And that's so fucking true. And the way that I have been understanding it is I break it down into different incarnations of myself. So you guys are used to Boots Tarot, right? This is the Boots that you're used to. If you've met me in person, you're used to drunk Boots. Okay, the Boots that performed on Saturday is Djinn Bootz, DJINNBOOTZ. That's the Boots. That's my version of. That's the version of myself that is on stage, and I haven't seen that version of myself in a while. But as soon as you make that first step, it's like, you know, Captain Planet activate. So I'm overwhelmed. I'm in awe of myself. I've never thought I could be starstruck from yourself. The fact that, I mean, I've already reflected it so much candidly with you guys. There's not much more that I can give you that I'm not processing. It's just the micro aspects, like Tizo. She said, "Oh, I know Mother Boots, honey, your mother." The fact Tizo knew who I was, the fact that Larry knew who I was, like Andre knew who I was. And I'm like, well, bitch, who am I? And now I can finally answer the question. I'm the same Boots that started off in my mother's garage. I'm the same Boots that got adopted at 8 years old and learned magic. I'm the same Boots who beat that motherfucking pastor's ass for preaching disdained gospels at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. I'm the same Boots who walked across that stage in 10-inch platform heels because Lady Gaga did it. I'm the same Boots. It's just I'm seeing myself in a different light. And hopefully next week when I re-embrace my clients again, you guys keep me grounded. You know, you guys reinforce that you always been doing this, but you've always been reinforcing that you've always been a force. I just had to feel it for myself, you know, and that puts a completely different spin on the song that I attribute to Wendy Williams. And the fact that she's in the headlines right now is definitely not ironic. Okay. So I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I do have a couple of words for you guys today. The first word that I have for you today is no. 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 If you follow me closely on Instagram, you'll notice that I always play this pastor to be like, hell now to the now, 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 hell to the now. I love that song, by the way. Pastor somebody. No is uncomfortable to people who are put on this earth to assist others in their development or their growth. Because when somebody asks you something, they need something from you. And so you, as an empathetic individual, you feel that need and you want to officiate that need that is there. I had to learn how to say no. And we've been talking about being a doormat since the Dr. Romney review that I did last week or whatever. But it's uncomfortable to denounce people who are requesting from you. Raise your hand if you have that issue. I want to put this into perspective for you really quickly. Saying yes is a privilege to who you're saying yes to. Okay. I've always felt the need to appease people in my circle. Particularly because I had to appease the families that I was getting adopted by, but they ended up sending me back to the orphanage anyway. Don't weep for me, bitch, because I got adopted by Gwendolyn Laverne Roberts, honey, and look where I'm at now. But I think it's definitely rooted in my past where I felt the need to overly compensate. I remember when I used to host parties in Greensboro and I used to let everybody in the club for free. That's why I had to get removed from the front of the house and end up just being on stage because I was just letting people in free. Yeah, come on in. I want you to have the experience. You know, I feel the need of you needing to release yourself, not your bowels, but yourself at my parties. And I do some pretty good parties. But I've been that way since I could remember. I was specifically referencing saying no to things that don't feel right. Okay, some people say yes to everything, even though you get that bubbling in your gut that something ain't right. When you say no in that space, you're not only reserving the energy and sending a signal to God that if they're going to say no, because God don't say no, God says yes. So if something is being brought for you by a company, a person, an individual, or even your friend that you intuitively feel like you need to say no to, when you say no, you're sending a signal to God to rearrange the circumstances to get that yes. Prior to me saying yes to Erykah Badu's birthday, I said no to Tyler Perry. Prior to saying no to Tyler Perry, I said no to Mona Scott Young. And you'll take anybody else looking for an opportunity. They just willingly say yes, but something didn't feel right. And then when I look at the paperwork, something ain't written right. Okay, so I say no. And then in that space, you kind of feel down on yourself. You're like, oh, damn, did I fucking blow my big ass chance? No. I mean, you saw the video, right? God rearranges your circumstances when you say no and gives you the yes that is not going to make your intuition go off. That same philosophy can be applied to people. Can I borrow some milk? Even though you got a gallon of milk in there? No. I don't feel like you need to be borrowing no milk. The answer is no. That feels bad, right? But what you're doing is sending a signal. Here comes a company saying the milk in your refrigerator, we want to mass produce it because it has some element in there that could cure breast cancer. That's why you said no. See, it don't make sense until after you say no, right? And it really don't make sense until you say yes from what God has delivered unto you. First word, say no, especially if your gut starts to bubbling like you have indigestion. Second word I have for you. The envious nature of man knows no bounds. You know, I had an experience over the weekend that kept me quite grounded because, you know, I'm used to bullshit. So when bullshit is presented to me, I feel quite at home in the drama that it has surfaced. You know what I'm saying? I say that to say this. Throughout my life, I have had multiple instances with the Viper energy. Do y'all know my tarot? Give me the emoji that Viper represents in the comment section. And it's interesting because I had a conversation yesterday with my client Crystal McClevin, who comes to everything. I love Crystal. And I had a brief Facebook banter with her, and I was like, "What the fuck happened over the weekend with this dude, like with this nigga or whatever?" And she was like, "There are a lot of envious succubi around you that want to take a piece of what you have going on." The individual from this weekend wanted the fame part of what I had going on. There's a doppelganger smoking crack on live right now.
Smoking crack on live.
Who wants to have the same ability that I have in grooming other individuals. Throughout my life, I've had people that wanted to dress like me, and I found that to be weird because at the time I was wearing trash bags and shit. And it didn't make sense. But see, it does now a little bit, I guess I can say. It makes sense because it's not, you don't want to be me, right? You want a part of the energy that I have curated organically for yourself, and you don't have the means to get there. So what you do is you, instead of homaging and tributing the source of energy, you copy it, you mimic it, or you try to position yourself in the same place as you see that energy thrive. The only difference is it's inorganic and it will never render the same result. Okay, this is why, and I guess I'm a different creature because I know that I am a reflection of Wendy Williams. I know that I am a reflection of Erykah Badu. I know I'm a reflection of people that I've looked up to, and it's always been very strong Black women. Always been very strong Black women. And I know I can see in my style of delivery, not only as an entertainer, but as an individual, how I conjugate things in the guise of people I've been inspired by, right? And what I do, I don't copy them. I emulate their energy and reflect it back to them in tribute and in homage. This is why Erykah Badu was never abrased by what I tributed her with, and even who I am as today. You know what I'm saying? But I find myself as a creator, somebody who originates content, somebody who bursts creativity even so much as a ring on my motherfucking finger. I find that when I am copied, I am insulted. But that is because I lacked understanding. See, when you don't feel like you are good enough to accomplish something and you're in close proximity to somebody who is doing it, you get confused. You think that in doing what they're doing, you're going to render the same results. And I used to get so frustrated because I wanted to spark inspiration with you. But some people don't have the tools to become inspired. Then they become envious of you, doppelganging you, expecting the same results. But it's not going to happen because you're not paving a path. You're walking a similar path as the person you're inspired by, except your path is black and white and my bricks are made of gold. I have to keep in mind that I have a genius level IQ. And I do have a Rubik's Cube on the way so I can prove it to your dumb ass, okay? I had one of my squad babies say, "Boots, we want to see you solve a Rubik's Cube." I got you, girl. Don't worry about it. I got you. Okay, I can do it in less than 10 seconds. But I say that not to be boisterous, but I have, and I think we have as spiritual people a deeper understanding of what our spirit needs. And I feel like most of humanity is blinded. So they act on impulse. They feel like what they're doing is organic. They feel like they don't understand where their inspirations come from. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need tribute. I don't need homage. I just need you to be the best version of yourself. But it knows no bounds. And what I mean by that is when the envious spirit goes checked, crazy shit start happening. They'll start making index cards into tarot cards. They'll steal your behind the scenes footage and post it on their Instagram as if they lived the experience that you're living. Again, this is not the first time this has happened to me. And when you're a star and you shine bright, right? Sometimes that light reflects the ineptitude of people that you've been around. This is why I posted that thing about Oprah last week. Like, you know, if they're not accustomed to being in the presence of a star, they're going to feel inept. Therefore, they're going to feel jealous. Therefore, they're never going to talk about how you pay their rent. They're only going to talk about how you block their ass into the nether. So how do you deal with these people? You know, what do you do? How do you deal with these people? Do you just cut them off and never talk to them again? What do you do? You know, and me, I'm hexing motherfuckers out 2024, bitch. And I'm doing it to learn so you can learn. Okay, because you can't walk around doing that. Because if it's not me, you doing that to, you doing it to other people, and you'll never get to where you're going, nigga. Wendy, you'll never get to where you're going. Okay. Whew. What a mighty word that was, wasn't it? All right, so so you know what time it is. It is time for the breakdown. But first, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, drink some of this Powerade real quick, and then I will get up into it. Again, the tip jar is open. I will be reading some readings from the tip jar later on in the show, but I'm gonna work from the top down. Okay, so if you purchase right now, 9 times out of 10 it will be answered on this show. If it's not answered on this show, it will be answered within 24 to 48 hours of purchase. Okay, stay out of motherfucking customer service if your ass ain't waited long enough to get your motherfucking read. And I actually want to hear some rock music. Luckily, I have an album that's full of it. The name of this song is called Los Angeles. It's by me. It is located on the Voyager album. Why I am gone. Go ahead and tell me how many people are watching with you, what you doing, and where you doing it at. And I'll be right back with the fucking breakdown. I swear that I would catch up. Now I laugh just getting ass and money and fame and people who middle fingers up. Remember they laughed at me. Now they seeing me on TV. Was crazy. Everybody who came against me is looking like me now. They sounding like me now. Just wanna stand out in the crowd and think no one notices we're unoriginal and they should have found out. I remember seeing you at an award show. You saw me and I swore you fucking promo. I see you're mad cause you're unoriginal and you have to walk out. I drove to LA from Charlotte to show you. I drove back to Charlotte from LA to show you. You should have found out. First week in LA, I'm in my car on Malibu Beach. I can't say I was living the dream and I knew that they would fall down. Mushroom hats and drums, DMT and hot tubs. I lost my mind in clubs and it's crazy because the people looking like me now. What up, Dallas? No one notices they're unoriginal and they should have found out. I go to LA from Charlotte to show you. I go back to Charlotte from LA to show you. I go to LA from Charlotte to show you. You should have bowed down, bitch.
What's the breakdown?
Before I break down this nationwide story, I must not only increase my bust like the person that I'm about to be talking to, but give her all of her flowers. Wendy Williams, I was introduced to in my freshman year of college, and I was introduced to her by the interview she did with Whitney Houston.
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney.
Ask me no questions like I'm a child. Y'all want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a shit about what you're doing all the time. You are so nosy, man. You don't even know what I do. Like you said, you never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't do shit with me, but talk about me. So watch what you say. Watch what you say. And if I was really like back in the day in North, I'd meet you outside. I'd meet you outside. But I'm a lady and I have a class.
That was the very, very, very first time that I've heard her voice. I've heard her interview, and I immediately began becoming obsessed. I started looking up her previous content. I started to research myself about who she was, and shortly after that, she came out with the Wendy Williams talk show. I remember being in college, and me and my friend group, we would quote her on a consistent basis, something that she would said on her show. We would repeat like it's just commonplace banter. And even to this day, I say Wendy when I am trying to emphasize a phrase, and that was based upon that era in my life. I actually did a music video tribute to Wendy Williams as well, and I put it in the guise of Beyonce, because in the beginning I said, you know, since you are the Beyonce of talk show hosts. Before Wendy, we got hot topics, but they were never delivered in an urban and unapologetic way like that. And as a broadcasting major from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro with a master's degree in communications, I was very, very turned on by her style. Yeah. So I gave her a music video tribute. We dressed in all red leotards, and I hit a death drop for that, just like I did this past weekend. You saw that death drop. I barely got up after that, but I rose. Okay, so I gave her a tribute, and what I did was I was getting it to her the same way I got Erykah Badu hers and Nicki Minaj hers. I was spamming the girls on Twitter, right? And naturally speaking, the Wendy Show blocked me on Twitter because of that. But not only did they block me, Wendy Williams then came out with a promo where she is voguing wearing, you guessed it, all red. And at the time, I didn't understand the industry, so of course I was butt-fucked hurt by Nicki Minaj. I was butt-fucked hurt by Wendy Williams blocking me on Twitter, but I was going about it the wrong way. Now, as a star, I see that was the wrong way to get them something that I gave them in homage to them, and I don't have any issues with neither Nicki or Wendy at this time. And when I say spam them, I mean spam them. I mean, I would be on TweetDeck, right? Which is the application that you can use to monitor your Twitter. And I would just copy and paste. Anybody said anything about these people, I would just tag and paste. And I would do that religiously until somebody said something. Well, the only person that said something was Erykah Badu, and you see how that turned out. We're working on Rihanna next, but you know, she's been having a baby and stuff like that, but you didn't hear that shit from me. But you didn't hear that shit from your mother. So fast forward, Wendy Williams, again, she's doing her thing. She has talk shows that's going down. The Wendy Williams show has become a staple in my livelihood. Like every morning at 10 o'clock a.m. right before I came on here, even over the past 4 or 5 years, I would turn on her show, see what she was talking about, and then echo what she was talking about on my show. Now, mind you, as I demonstrate myself, broadcasting myself, raise your hand if you see the Wendy Williams in me. Raise your hand if you see it. You should feel it, because again, I watched her, I studied her, and I made it my own in a version of tarot, infused in that, created what you see today. So I have a lot of flowers to give to our girl Wendy, and I really, really, really miss you. I really do. So fast forward, you know, we saw the moment where she fell out in her Statue of Liberty costume. And that was the beginning of what the hell is going on with Wendy. And, you know, she played it off. She said she got too hot, and she recovered and went right back to work. Bravo, by the way, you know. Somebody says, I see boots in you. That's all, nobody else. Thank you, but I'm trying to give Wendy her flowers, so don't get in the midst of that trying to be a supporter of me, but I love you, girl. I love you, girl. So she fell out in that damn costume, but she kept up the show, I think, what, 1.5 more seasons? And then this past, I'm trying to keep this short, this past, we just started to see her show up to work less. They even started to infiltrate like guest hosts into her show, and Sherry Shepherd was able to ink a deal based upon her filling in for Wendy Williams at the time of her going through some health concerns that almost caught everybody off guard. I mean, raise your hand if you was caught off guard. I was caught off guard. You know? It seemed like it happened so fast. You know what I'm saying? And me as a conspiracy theorist, we're going to talk about what I believe went on. Okay. it happened so fast. Like, you know, her decline, her health decline. Next thing you know, her staff ain't getting no checks. And mind you, when you have a talk show like that, if you don't go to work, don't nobody get paid. Luckily, they were able to make the transition to Sherry Shepherd's show, which is now at 3:00 p.m. in the afternoon, and I have not been watching it. How's Sherry doing? Is she doing okay? I be at work when she go on, so I just normally watch my Mike and Kelly, and they give me all the Caucasian tea I need, but I am not getting the tea like Wendy would give me the tea. So I started to render the tea my damn self on this platform on social media. If Wendy ain't gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it for myself because I enjoy watching me after the show. I know that sounds kind of vain, but if you're not your #1 fan, I don't know who the fuck is. So fast forward. She's going through some health concerns. We haven't seen a lot of her. We saw a picture of her on a swing looking disheveled, and I was kind of like, she said she was coming out with the motherfucking podcast. We still waiting on it. But when I saw her on that swing with no lash, I kind of felt like something was going on. But I did talk about it because I was like, who is producing her? Why the hell would you have her on there on that swing with no lash on? It was starting to bother me. So here recently, was that Wendy? Did y'all hear that? Am I tripping? Well, Spirit, whatever you want to say, you have the floor. Feel free to, come on through. If you need to use the audio, go ahead and use the audio. You have my permission, Spirit. Thank you. So we started to get some promo about a documentary that was coming out. Now, mind you, we'll talk in a minute. But the documentary came out. The documentary came out the same day as I had a dream coming true. So when I go to the hotel, we put it on, but we're on such a high that I'm not really digesting it the proper way. I then go back and watch the documentary like yesterday after I watched Mia Coppola, and we're gonna talk about that momentarily. I go back and watch it, and I have so many mixed feelings. Okay, the first things first. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Okay, so before I read anything on this, I need to tell y'all what I think. I think we all need to look up Project MK Ultra. How can I put this in the context people can understand? Have you ever watched American Horror Story Season 2 Asylum? Have you ever watched that? I want you to pay attention to the last episodes and Jessica Lange's character and what happened to her. The decline was very fast, and it was all based on trauma-induced therapy to make you dissociate. I'm trying to say this without divulging too much information. There's a school of conspiracy theorist thought that says that anybody in the public eye has what's known as handlers. These people are have the knowledge on how to control the human brain for purposes that are beyond entertainment. I feel like when I was watching Wendy's behavior on that documentary, that I was watching something unnaturally develop with her. And I feel like it was based on what everything is based on in entertainment. Money. As I was watching the documentary, I don't understand the conservatorship at all. I don't get it. Like, I don't get why if the bank has some suspect, is it two things going on here? Maybe you guys can help me. The bank put a hold on her money because they felt like there was somebody fucking with her money. But what does that have to do with her having guardianship? Is these two different things going on? Somebody please elaborate. Is Suzanne here? Suzanne, are you here? Anywho, I'm confused as to why her money being on hold has her in a guardianship. That's my first thing. My second thing is Kevin was her handler, not her husband. Okay, and again, sometimes the subjects of MK Ultra fall in love with their handlers, and their handlers are considering their relationship with the talent work. This is why Kevin was able to do what he did. And we are not really sensing an air of remorse because Kevin was assigned Wendy. I know this is abstract for some of you guys, but hopefully you guys are keeping the. A handler is there to program the mind of the talent. When the talent starts to break the programming, the handler sends them to a rehab facility. The handler gets them a guardian. The handler drugs them up with alcohol and things of this nature, i.e. Britney Spears. So while Kevin was married to Wendy, he was her handler in the entertainment industry, which in his mind was work. Therefore, he was able to actually fall in love with someone else. Okay. Now, if Kevin, because he is so public about the disdain that happened between him and Wendy Williams, Wendy in the documentary has introduced another handler. Do you guys know who that handler is? The person that Wendy is referring to as her best friend in the documentary. The person that's talking shit to her to get up out the motherfucking goddamn gay bed. The person that is planting money in empty alcohol bottles in her room so that they can produce her for documentary purposes. See, being educated in how film and production works, a lot of what we saw was produced, okay? Even the parts that showed Wendy not in the best light, they were produced, okay? It was produced. We are seeing it candidly, but it is produced. Okay, so when he walks in there cussing out Wendy on the bed, Wendy knew exactly what was about to go down, and she played her part, even though she's not feeling well. Okay, so you got to keep in mind, Wendy Williams wants to be on TV. Wendy Williams wants fame. So again, that started a dichotomy with me, because at first I felt bad for watching her in this state. And then another part of me felt like, it's good to see you. And then there was another part that felt like she wants to be seen, even if it's not in the best light, because like she said in the documentary, she wanted to be famous. And somebody in the comment section is talking about trigger words. Yes, this is true. These people that walk up into schools and shoot up a motherfucking school, something is broadcasted to the masses that mean absolutely nothing to us. But when they hear a set of words, they are activated and their mind is programmed to execute a particular task. Okay. Now, what I felt like was happening with Wendy Williams, heartbreak is something that can't be handled or controlled. And I felt like because she was programmed to be in love with Kevin, okay, and he was her handler, when the bow broke, right, like anybody else, okay, you go to a house that has been bought on your name, you're not just going to spray paint the fucking garage. Okay, this is her breaking the programming. You're going to burn that shit to the ground. Lisa Left Eye. And a lot of people are having movie references in the comment section, because the biggest thing with the powers that be is hiding what really goes on in plain sight. So it shouldn't be too foreign for you, but the perception in which you are digesting the information is, because I'm bringing it together for you, okay? So what I watched is a new handler introduce himself to Wendy and is governing her life and her estate, her finances, everything of this nature. It then introduced the financial part of it, where she does not have access to her money. They're saying because that Wells Fargo is saying because that there was some red flags on her account or whatever. And mind you, when you have as much money as Wendy Williams has, she is worth $2.8 million. And that's not saying that's what she has in the bank. You can be worth that. Like, I'm worth $2.2 million, but I don't got that in the bank, bitch. Don't. But I do know what I have, so that can put it into scale as to what she's worth, if you will. So I know that there's money there, and when a bank got your money like that, they're making money on your money. So yeah, they have the right to hold it, right? Because they want to make sure something's going on, you know, nothing's going wrong. But I feel like it is being held in vain due to health concerns. Now, mind you, she's unapologetically an alcoholic. Okay? when Wendy signed up to do this show, I don't know what the contracts look like, but what I do know is that you are willing to divulge certain parts of you and be exposed a certain type of way. Do I feel like they are gassing up that narrative of her mental instability? I do. But if I'm an alcoholic or a coke head, I told you all the drugs I used to be on. Okay. And I feel like she's unapologetically herself, and that is a handler's dream, because you can feed them drugs, you can feed them liquor, you can feed them false narratives, and they're going to play the game because all she wants is to be seen and recognized. We are literally watching a MK Ultra deprogramming, reprogramming in front of our eyes. That is what I saw from it. Did I enjoy it? Reluctantly, yes. Yes, I did. Let's get to the money part of it. Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go. The reason I say that is because I know Wendy Williams had problems before, but this new handler has introduced substances to her that has her derailing. Now, prior to that, I do feel like she was more conscious and able to actually manage her money. What I would have done if I was Wendy, if she could, but she couldn't because she's being handled. Understand how this works, right? So I would have petitioned another bank to seize those assets and then just cut everybody completely off. From little Kevin to the niece to the motherfucking manager to the everybody is corrupt. Everybody. I feel like it started internally with family, and then I feel like people that work for her or with her got a whiff of the funneling of her coins. The biggest thing that I thought about was when I used to be boosting money from Wetzel's Pretzels.
How do you lie to help you embezzle money?
Embezzle?
Yeah.
And because you want to be
Embezzle?
What we did was a pretzel would be like, let's just say $3.25. No, let's just say a pretzel was like $3.25. We would charge $5, keep the $5 bill, give them two pretzels for the price of one, and then I would go about my business with a apron full of money. Now I'm confessing my sins. Since that time period, I mean, I still make a mean pretzel. Baby, and then Wetzel's Pretzels, if y'all trying to come for me, you better come for everybody who worked for Wetzel's Pretzels in 2006. Okay, the statutes of limitations and kiss my ass. Bitch, give me pretzel emojis in the comment section, ho, because I still make a mean pretzel. But that was the vision I had when they were talking about money. It feels like people have found a convenient way to funnel her coins, and I feel like it started with Kevin, but Kevin again was her handler, so he was handling everything. I feel like Big Kevin showed Lil Kevin what to do, because why else would you throw a birthday party for yourself for 100 bands? 19 years old, spending 100 bands in Florida on a birthday party with your mama money? Girl, that's unheard of. I mean, I remember Tiana Taylor being on Sweet 16. I don't even think they spent that on her birthday. So I feel like there has been a undisclosed methodology to get some of Wendy's coins, right? Now, mind you, she still got coins coming in. Wendy still has shows. Wendy has been on TV for a very long time. Every time you go on YouTube and click one of her old shows, or you Wendy has a way. When you have seeds in entertainment, it's called residuals. They have money still coming into that account, right? And they're using it for their own personal usages at this time. Everybody is suspect to me. I'm side-eyeing the niece. I'm side-eyeing little Kevin. And little Kevin, are you of age? Because you look kind of good. If you're not of age, you're going to look good when you get older. Okay. I don't trust that manager. I don't trust nobody but Black China. And that says a lot because we haven't even seen her on the documentary yet.
How do you lie to help you embezzle money?
Embezzle?
Yeah.
And because you want to be
embezzle?
Okay. And it's funny because Wendy Williams doesn't talk shit about Black China on her show, but Black China is in entertainment, and she understands that that was her job. Outside of that, I guess they formed a bond before they started shocking her brain and making her submit to whatever programming that she's under, and she's retaining that relation with her. Black China, the only one I would keep. Black China and goddamn cats. Okay, it just smells like everybody around her is fucked up. So before I read this, after the documentary part 1 has been out, producers had something to say, and Bob from Channel 8 is going to do the reporting.
Reporting live from Spirit Rock Worldwide. Bob from Channel 8. Bob.
Wendy Williams, documentary producers. If we'd known she had dementia, no one would have rolled the camera. The producer of Lifetime, Where's Wendy Williams, discussed the making of the unsettling documentary and what they learned. So for the better part of a year, his cameras kept rolling, documenting the increasingly fragile state that the former talk show host had found herself in, as she alternatively craved family, her former TV platform, and excessive amounts of alcohol, all while struggling to remain coherent. What ultimately came of the footage is raw, devastating, 4+ hour documentary, which aired on Lifetime over 2 nights weekends. Williams, her son Kevin Hunter Jr., and her jeweler turned manager. That was her jeweler? Williams Selby are all credited as executive producers. Reporting live, Bob from Channel 8.
Reporting live from Spirit Rock Worldwide. Bob from Channel 8. Bob.
That makes sense, because from what I know about the handler situation and the powers that be, typically they will bestow a new handler as somebody that is already familiar with you. It's easier to make the conversion that way. Okay. Without further ado, Wendy, I love you, and this one's for you. Spirit, is it safe to read this? It is requested from the Spirit that I read this. General question. What's really good with our girl Wendy? In the history of me doing nationwide stories, I have never pulled all reversals in a pyramid reading.
How dare you? I don't like your mother. I don't like your father. I don't like any of them. No, none of them.
Everything I said is true. Something that I did not say, though, is that Wendy Williams is very conscious of what is going on. Okay, typically with Project MK Ultra and mind control and handling situations, especially for the usage of money, they are not conscious. They are dissociated. Wendy Williams is almost like she's very conscious of what's happening to her. She's very conscious on how she's appearing. Troll Boot shows up in reverse with the pew pew card up top. This is giving birth to a new beginning or death. And I hate to say that, but this can read either way. Queen Fraser shows up in reverse. As you can see on this card, this is a family portrait of mine. This is a card of salvation upright in reverse. This is a card of treachery. Okay, I don't trust anyone around her. Is her son intentionally stealing money from her? Not intentionally, but he knows no other way to leave. What's up with this new manager of hers? The strength card shows up upright. Bootzé is in reverse. He's sent to program and control. He's doing his job, and he's not doing a very good job at it because of the strength of our girl, Wendy Williams. Even though we see her fucked up, she's still very resilient behind those eyes. She's still very, very, very much so resilient. And look, the numbers are dropping because I'm talking about this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Every time I start hitting on something, them numbers drop it down and get that eagle on. I think that he's on an assignment and he's doing a good job at his assignment. So we can't really be mad at the manager. We have to be mad at the powers that be. Okay, he's doing his job. Like, so for instance, if Wendy Williams was not famous and in the industry, we would just see her casually walk off, deal with her health concerns, and come back. We're witnessing her in the thrall of the industry right now. This is why. But she knew what she signed up for. She's very knowledgeable with this card right here. Okay? Crazy. Again, going back to the previous thing that I had just said, in terms of death, the month of death or rebirth, the month of May is significant. This would be after my birthday. And I'm not saying she's gonna die because I do not read death or alive in energy. I know I stay very clean with that. This is a new beginning for her in late May 2024. What will we bear witness to after this documentary is released? I think she might make a return to social media, and we will definitely see some more unhinged behavior. What's the niece got going on with this shit? The niece feels like everything happening to Wendy is karma. I can see that by the way she was doing her confessionals and shit like that. She does have a chip on her shoulder when it comes to when Wendy was conscious. Is she stealing money too? Not money, but she's benefiting in a way that could be perceived as bad as stealing money. Is Black China genuine with Wendy? Yeah. This is a card of like gang members, so they're in the same tribe. That would make sense because they're both in the industry and they both could be perceived as, you know, going through. You know what I'm saying? The Ravage card then shows up upright. This is organized chaos. So she has the same energy that I have. I thrive best in a chaotic environment. So in her mind, she's conscious of what's going on and she's interpreting it as winning. Spirit, is there any chance Wendy can make a full recovery? Not without the help of magic. Her faith, her God is fame. Okay, so when you worship the God of fame, give me a minute. Her mother is here. We're having a conversation in spirit right now, and she is telling her daughter to join her. I'm telling her I'm not the one to tell her. I don't even know her. Her dad came through too. Her dad said that we'll make it right when she's with us. So I feel like she might have to pass away for people to be accountable. And I'm kind of arguing because I'm in spirit and I'm saying, why don't you help her from your side? They're saying we don't have the power. So they don't know their strength as spiritual beings. You might not have the power, but I do. Do I have permission to cast on your daughter? The Marvel Tarot card shows up upright. They don't understand what that means, but they're saying pray for her, pray for her, pray for her. There's something about a church too. I don't know if this is a church next to a homeless shelter. And I know that the street has a lane. It's a lane, not a street. So I can't see the name of the street, but I can see that it says lane on it, and it's a church next to a homeless shelter. And I feel like this might be in Philadelphia. Okay, I'm being shown a cross. That typically is talking about healing or religion. I don't think Wendy ever referenced her religion in the public. I'm not sure if she is a God-fearing individual. She might not even have a spirituality. Does she have a spirituality? She does not. She believes in what she can see. So that means we have to believe for her. That's the only way. Again, I recently dropped the heal someone else spell. I suggest that you get that and cast with me in my coven on Sunday for the betterment of Wendy Williams. Hopefully we can change this narrative, but they're literally calling her to the other side. They're like, get out of there. Like it's like they're standing by. They don't know their power is spirit because they're still standing there waiting on Wendy to get there. Okay, they love their daughter. Like I can see this. I see her crying in the spirits of them hugging around her neck. I want us to. They're talking about her neck. Is she being choked or something? Let's just pay attention to the neck. Just make sure that y'all write down that I said something like that. Something about her neck. What's something about Bobby? Who is Bobby? Bobby, not Bobby Brown. I hope you're not talking about Bobby Brown. I'm seeing a spirit of an undead child. This is a child that wouldn't have been able to be born. This is, oh, the child she miscarriages in that documentary. Okay, well, what's your purpose? He's saying he got her coins. Something about value here. What about the coins, honey? I mean, because you're doing a terrible job. He's saying wait on it. This is saying wait on it and wait for her to be. Okay, let me think. Maybe this is a coma and not necessarily death. Because what I'm getting is she's not going to die, but she is going to be reborn based upon the first card that I pulled. And I know Kevin ain't going to have no baby no time soon, so I don't necessarily channel new birth in her bloodline. I'm channeling a rebirth of Wendy. I mean, if so, that would be a hell of a miracle, and it will also be a hell of a production too, because we saw you dip so far down, and there is no cure for dementia. I mean, Coven, I guess it's time to get to work. Thank you for joining us, Spirit. I really appreciate that. Thank you for deeming me worthy enough to come visit. I got you. I'll do what I can on the mortal coil, and hopefully we can. Hopefully you can visit Wendy. So if Wendy does go into a coma, know that it's not over. Know that she's just communing with spirit. You know, she doesn't have a spirituality. She doesn't have a religion. She believes in what she can see. So she needs to feel that. You know, raise your hand if your life changed when you had a near-death experience. You know, it's not too late, even though she's older. Can I get a time frame on that? That's by the end of the year. Okay, so again, new beginnings around May after my birthday. So that's like my birthday is May 20th. So that will be in the season of Gemini. In the season of Gemini or late Taurus, we will see a something. Something's gonna happen. Okay. It may or may not be the end based upon her parents and an unborn child with his hand on her finances. That was a lot. Let us pray for our girl Wendy. God of the universe, God of love, God of light. Thank you. And I pray that you bless Wendy. Allow her the strength, tenacity, clear-headedness, beautiful, beautiful healing energy surrounding her. Allow any snake in her midst to have their head cut off. Allow her to be strong, brave, and stand tall once more, and continue to entertain the masses. As she is a child of fame, I ask the gods of fame to bless her in that path and make it positive attention and not negative attention. I pray these things from somebody who has been a fan of her for 10 plus years. Ashe, amen. So motet people at Sa. Wow. And I dedicate the 100th episode of season 7 of my web show to you.
Come on, stop. How you doing? 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 Come on, stop. How you doing? 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 How you doing?
And now, when I reprimand your ass, Wendy gonna do it.
How dare you? I don't like your mother. I don't like your father. I don't like any of them. No, none of them. Fire everybody and escape now, Brittany. How dare the family? How dare them? Death to all of them.
Run up on me, you get served, motherfucker. You motherfuckers got me geeked up. Motherfucking geeked up. Wow. I didn't think it was going to be all of that, but I'm glad that it was. I am going to go refresh my punani. Okay. But your questions have been received by the tip jar, and the tip jar will remain open. I'm going to get 24 hours on that. Okay, I'll get all of the readings in the tip jar done within 24 hours. There's still less than 1,000 now, so that's good. It's like 900 left, so I'm going to be working my little fingers off behind the scenes. If you do want to get a reading, the tip jar will remain open for you. And this week's discount code is Erica. That's ERYKAH, and you can take a public percentage off of what it is that you would like to purchase from your boy girl. It does not work for appointments, and it does not work for the Bodega, but you can feel free to get your magical products and sit with your boy girl if I do have availability left over. I'm going to go downstairs and eat some hog maw, sit in my hot tub, and really decompress this energy before I start servicing my girls in the digital spectrum more longer. You know what I'm trying to say, Chef. The end of the show and my tongue is tied. With that being said, I love you guys very, very much. Let us put a prayer up for Wendy Williams. Get the Heal Someone Else spell so that you can participate in the spell we cast on Sunday. Coven, if you have not raised Bootzé like you supposed to by Sunday, you will be kicked out the fucking group. And I'm going to have to pick up from the addendum on next week. You guys know I'm not going to be live the remainder of this week, as I am still in the level of processing myself for where I'm at in the star room that I'm in. You can rest assured in knowing I have not signed my name in blood. I have not been mentally programmed or anything like that. But I will throw up your little symbols or whatever, since I'm a part of the Hollywood gang now, I guess you can say. With that being said, thank y'all so much for the love and support from the weekend. I went live a number of times, and you guys were right there rooting me on, even when I was doing my makeup backstage. So thank you guys so much for being the best audience ever. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. The 100th episode of season 7. Don't worry, season 8 is not going to happen next week. We still got some shows that are going to be done after show on my YouTube. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube, I suggest that you do. And I will see you guys later. And this, I'm going to end with that same dedication song to Wendy Williams called Feel It. And I hope you feel it. Have a great day, everyone.
Wendy. Since you are the biggest fan talk show host, this one's for the thing process Philly, it's taller than the country, how you work in the ceiling. Breeze on base, she taking about the millions. That's so cool, she living in the Brazil.
You didn't miss it. I didn't do it. We're going to pick that up on next week, sis. I'm sorry about that, but that took a lot out of a nigga, bitch, and I'm in processing.
How you doing?
my influence. Living like an arrow from Cupid. Should keep the do it. The audience goes rap. Damn, that was a lot. I held this together though, because I'm the best, but goddamn, if I would have tried to channel that shit motherfucking like 2 years ago, I would have been overwhelmed. I had to take a week off. I just need some time now. Just a little bit. Not too much time. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of time. I wish my face was in focus in that picture. Hold on, y'all know how I do. I gotta get the still first before I address y'all. Damn, that was heavy. Was that a good reading though? Was it good? Y'all know I look to y'all for validation. And come to find out, all guys do. I like that one for now. That's cool. Let's hit. Do I like that? Powerful. Okay, cool. Just making sure I did my due diligence, honey. I'll post that. That's cool. Post that shit. Okay. Yeah. What a show. This weekend was great. I'm still processing it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm blissfully distracting myself with text message readings in that process. So I'm good. I'm at another level. So many record labels have hit me up. So many opportunities on the table. And all I really want to do is say no and service my girls, to be honest with you. But I'll get back to doing that more predominantly next week. Thank you guys, man. Just love y'all. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go eat and mind my fucking business. See you guys next week on the show. Monday through Friday, I'm not going to miss a show or a day at work. But until then, have a great day. Peace.